Just about the only thing Carroll ISD parents agree on right now is that they're divided.
Carroll ISD called out again.
Southlake came under a lot of scrutiny last week when a school leader was secretly recorded suggesting teachers need books with opposing viewpoints on the Holocaust.
After 2 videos of students laughing and shouting a racial slur went viral, it spurred a new Cultural Competence Action Plan, or CCAP, to increase inclusion and track and stop bullying and racism. But lawsuits have stopped 2 years of progress.
So make no mistake, the war is on to indoctrinate our kids.
Cultural competence is not indoctrination, it's education. What is your plan?
Right now, there's no clear plan or path for how to fix it. In Southlake, I'm William Joy.
I do like the idea of a CCAP. You know, maybe we throw in some diversity training as well, but it's important to realize that this is not, racism and homophobia are not just issues that you can fix with, one rule or one mandate. And really they're, maybe I'm a pessimist here, but they're really issues that will never go away. I kind of put them in the same category as, drugs. Every high school has drugs. Everybody knows that. And honestly, I think you're a fool if you think you can completely, have an alcohol-free campus or a marijuana-free campus. But, you can do your best to limit it. And, sometimes that's all you can do. And I think in the case of, the isms, so to speak, I think that's a similar strategy. You can release every racism, anti-racist, anti-homophobic measures that you want, but it's always going to be there, unfortunately. So the best you can do is limit it and make sure that the students feel welcome and like the school is a safe place. If you're going to school and your main focus is not, what grade am I going to get in science class, and instead it's, am I going to get physically or emotionally abused today? That's not a good learning environment. And, those type of places are, the places where this exact stuff happens, just not a focus on education, more so a focus on almost survival. You almost kind of fall back on your survival instincts a little bit. I don't know what making a school feel like a safe place looks like, to be completely honest with you. Some people say, it's yoga, before class every day. Some people say that that'll take away stress. Some people say that, they want police officers or like a satellite police station for specifically that high school. Those are obviously very different things, and it sort of highlights the variety of different approaches that people have to this and why we can't agree, on one single solution to this problem, because there are so many differing viewpoints. So I don't know what that looks like. I will leave that to the folks over at Carroll ISD, but I do know that the key to, stop having these scandals and to, stop getting all this negative attention directed toward Carroll lies in first and foremost making Carroll ISD an appealing place to come and learn. What I do have is an experimental idea that will not be popular, at least among the student body, but I feel like school districts should give it a try, just to experiment and see. My idea is that phones are banned during the school day. And I know what you're thinking, James, if I don't have my phone for 8 hours during a school day, I will keel over and die. But, just hear me out. I feel that most people would agree that social media has had a negative influence on society and us as people. Whether you want to, debate, is it a net positive or a net negative? I don't know, but I would wager to say that it has some negative effect on your life. Maybe you scroll too much. But what I want to focus on is the content you see. There is a lot of content out there that is promoting stereotypes, and maybe it's for good-natured fun, but regardless of the intention, those sort of get ingrained in our brains. And it's different online because you can't see the face of the person that's typing that Facebook post or sharing that Instagram video. There's a lot of missed intent there, and so I feel like a lot of people sort of get the wrong idea about certain groups or ideologies, identities, whatever, because of social media. So if we were to take away that just for the school day, not the whole day, obviously, because we can't control what they do at home. If we were to take away that just for the school day, they would be forced almost to interact with those ideologies, differing opinions, races, styles of life in real life. And I feel that that is a much healthier way to introduce and learn about different people, lifestyles, etc. So you will still, get people's perception of, say, certain races or lifestyles when you're at home scrolling through, I don't know, your Twitter feed or something. But while you're at school, you would get a face-to-face interaction with a person of that race or lifestyle, and you would be able to compare it to that person that said something about that race or that lifestyle. And I feel like human connection, like real human connection, face-to-face, no screens in between, would allow people to use their intelligence that they have to figure out their opinions for themselves. And I feel like it would lower the indoctrination level, so to speak, of some people, because if you have a preconceived notion of somebody, because of their skin color, how they live, and then you meet someone and they don't fit that preconceived notion, then, you have to choose how to respond to that, and you can dive further into bigotry should you dive further into what people say, whatever's on your Twitter feed. Or you could choose to learn more about the culture, lifestyle, whatever it may be, from the person themselves. And I have faith that more often than not, the person would choose to learn more from the person itself, because who better to learn from than from the direct source? And so I feel like, while very controversial and I'm sure not popular with students at all, I feel like the long-term effects of taking away their phone just for the school day could increase human interaction, so more friends in general, and camaraderie, I'd be willing to guess, and less preconceived notions and more talking eye to eye about issues and learning about each other, not from, just someone you listen to and copy all your opinions from. Controversial, but I think has the chance to be impactful.